Ladies and gents, welcome back to this week's episode of Mystery Box Monday. So, per usual, we've got our box of iPhones here, and the ones on the right side of this note card are devices we have already looked at, and the ones on the left over here are the ones we still have available. So, let's ask Siri for a random number, and then we will pick this week's iPhone. So, we've got 14 phones left. Pick a number between 1 and 14.
It's 12.
Alrighty. So we'll do 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is our iPhone for this week. And it is an iPhone 4 because we've got the antenna line at the and the front of the iPhone appears to be in okay condition. I don't see any cracks, but let me clean off some of the smudges and fingerprints and we can have a better look. So it's definitely got its share of scratches, as you can see, and I don't know, no, that's just something caught in the glass. I thought maybe it was a chip, but it's not. All right, so let's try to power this thing on. The 30 pin port looks kind of dirty down there. Let's see what happens with the power button. All right, so we have the iOS 7 Apple logo and a flash. Now if we get, yes, okay, so this is a downgraded iPhone 4. And we have our lovely verbose boot mode there. Once this reaches the lock screen, we will take a look at it. While that's loading, we take a quick peek at this iPhone 8 Plus, which is in terrible condition. We've got a cracked back, cracked camera. We have chips on the front, but this one is running iOS 11, as I will show you right here. It's a 256 model on 11.4. Pretty sweet. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's one of the last ones I uploaded. All right, back to the iPhone 4. So we've got slide to unlock, and we're met with the iOS 4 home screen. So for those of you who don't know, the iPhone 4 can actually be downgraded to iOS, I believe, 4.3.5, which is what this one is. And it's an untethered downgrade, meaning that you can turn the iPhone off, turn it back on, and you don't lose the downgrade. So it's one of the few devices you can actually downgrade. And this one appears, it almost looks like there is a bright spot there on the display. You can kind of see that it's got some bright colors there. There's a good chance the battery is swelling inside of this. That is somewhat common on these older iPhones, especially the iPhone 4 for some reason. I've had lots of these with a malfunctioning, swollen battery. Not fun. So, iPhone 4, this one was running iOS 7, but it's been downgraded to iOS 4. While it's not a true iOS 4 experience, like I'm sure many of you guys will agree with, if you don't have an iPhone collection or you are just starting to collect, then this is a good option because it allows you to get iOS 4, all the features of iOS 4, including some of the things that were released, such as multitasking. We have home screen wallpapers. Game Center was introduced in iOS 4. And of course, you have the old style applications that I think look better than the new ones. Obviously, you get the beautiful Retina display here on the iPhone 4, as well as a front-facing camera. You get a rear-facing camera. You get a headphone jack, so you can add your music here and use any headphones that use the headphone jack. Can't do that anymore. Speakers on the bottom, lightning port. And one thing I love about the iPhone 4 is you're 2 screws away from replacing the battery. So, well, that's technically not true, but you take these 2 screws out and the back panel just literally slides off and then you're inside the iPhone. There is no adhesive, no prying or struggling to get into the phone. I think there are some more screws that hold the battery connector down in place once you're inside, but compared to new phones, especially something like this, the 8 Plus, I don't even know how you would begin to take this thing apart. That would be a pain. But these older iPhones are super easy to replace the battery on, which is nice because The older a device is, the more likely it is that it has a bad battery. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you guys with all the details of the iPhone 4 or iOS 4, but there you have it. That's been this week's episode of Mystery Box Monday. So we've still got 11 iPhones left to pick from. They're all either iPhone 4 or 4Ss. So if you're interested in seeing which other products we have in there, stay tuned for next week's episode of Mystery Box Monday. All right, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.